Desmond wants to say, no, it's not a subreption. The experience of the sublime is this experience of overwhelming otherness.
Yeah, totally. This is one of the things that I really appreciated about Desmond's work, and I appreciate you bringing this up. By the way, I loved how you walked through. Probably that was about as succinct as account as I think you could probably muster with how deep it is, right? Of wonder, but this deep sense about wonder and otherness. This you, I keep there's something really I keep circling around it in Desmond's work, right? This way that, in some sense, one gets the sense that what this is, in some sense, for is for beyond itself and the realization of other than itself. This kind of mutual
Yes.
indwelling. In the sense, I get this. It's funny as I'm talking about this. I just keep thinking about there's something deeply Neoplatonic in it, right? This kind of participatory, this way that Meister Erhard in his sermons, which I read quite a bit, I'm just so struck by the particular non dualism of Neoplatonic Christianity is not the same kind of non dualism of what, at least like Western interpretations of the East, right? In some
Sure.
ways, it's not the same kind of unity. It's a this quality of where I think S. Eckhart would put it something like, yeah, when you love God, God can only love, will only love God. So when you really love God, God is present in you in such a sense that he then loves himself through you. And in that moment, God's born in you and you are rebirthed in God, right? And then this procession, right? This anagogic kind of climb of this total participation with otherness, right? But otherness never, it's this otherness that never comes into a single unity and then everything's whole and complete. It's this
Yeah.
continual, in some sense, becoming, realizing, but it never becomes a something. That relational component is, it seems to go, I just get the sense that so much of Desmond's work seems to be about elucidating that, presencing that in some sense.
Yeah. And I'm going to get even farther out of my lane trying to answer this question. And you probably should at some point, if you're interested in talking more about Desmond, you should have someone like my friend Ryan Dunn's on, who's just a lovely
Yeah,
guy to talk about, but can really get into that theological side probably in a richer way than I can. But what I would say to that is I think that Desmond would read that kind of dynamic metaxologically, right? He would say that what's going on there is that not that God, that we are totally self-mediating God right there, or that God is somehow coming into being as we have that experience in Eckhart. He would say there's a real otherness that of God that's always transcending
yeah,
our encounter and we're always in relationship with,
yeah,
even as that dynamic that you're talking about